Part of a major highway in Oklahoma was shut down earlier today. Stay tuned for more. Are these sunny skies and weather here to stay? Elijah DePona has your full weather forecast. Stars of the hit show Euphoria are hitting the red carpet, and Akama has your social media update. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in action tonight, attempting to secure the number 1 seed in the West. I, Luke Underwood, will have all your sports stories coming up. All that and more on this special edition of UCentral News.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Hello, Bronco Nation. I am Luke Underwood.
And I'm Phil Rodriguez. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. A severe car accident led to multiple fatalities and caused both sides of I-35 to be closed for several hours earlier this afternoon. I headed to the site to get more information. I'm standing here at the site of an officer-involved collision that involved this minivan that you can see here, as well as an officer's vehicle slightly off the screen. As of now, I-35 is shut down completely between Britton and Hefner on the northbound and southbound side.
Details just broke on the collision once I arrived, with Oklahoma Highway Patrol Lieutenant Mark Southall addressing the media. He shared that 3 people were killed in the accident, which occurred at 11:27 a.m. today. Witnesses said that debris fell from a commercial vehicle traveling southbound on I-35, causing the white SUV to swerve to avoid it. The vehicle traveled across the median and through the steel cable barriers, entering the northbound lanes and striking Oklahoma Highway Patrolman Vernon Brake's vehicle. All 3 occupants of the vehicles, including a 4-year-old child, were killed in the accident. The Highway Patrol is asking for the public's help to find the vehicle that dropped the debris on the highway. Anyone with information on the accident is encouraged to call the Highway Patrol's communication line at 405-425-2323.
As details continue to emerge about this unfortunate accident, Lieutenant Southall and other highway patrolmen hope that any witnesses or anyone who saw something will share that information with that number that we gave you earlier. For UCentral News, I'm Phil Rodriguez.
On Monday, President Donald Trump agreed to an 11th hour 2-week ceasefire with Iran, just before his deadline for a major escalation of the war was set to pass. Both the Trump administration and the Iranian regime claimed victory after the deal was reached. But questions remain about the details of the agreement and what comes next. Reed Binion reports.
Key to the temporary ceasefire agreement between Iran and the U.S. is the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran says its military will coordinate passage through the strait, through which millions of barrels of crude oil and refined fuel travel every day. The waterway is also a key part of the global supply chain for many different goods. Shortly after President Donald Trump announced he'd agreed to the ceasefire, missile attacks were reported in Israel and across the Gulf region. An official said the U.S. military paused strikes on Iran, but according to an Israeli military spokesperson, Israel was still carrying out strikes as of late Tuesday. Some have expressed concerns over details reported about the ceasefire deal. Former Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger writing, quote, "Good Lord, if we cede control of the strait to Iran and agree to reparations, this will be the biggest humiliation in American history." Democratic lawmakers saying the ceasefire isn't enough.
Well, a 2-week ceasefire is insufficient. We need a permanent end to Donald Trump's reckless war of choice.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries again calling for Congress to rein the Trump administration in.
House Democrats have demanded that Speaker Mike Johnson immediately reconvene the House back into session so we can move a war powers resolution.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Pakistan's Prime Minister has invited delegations from both Iran and the U.S. to Islamabad for talks on Friday. Now let's toss it over to Elijah DePona with our first look at weather.
Hi there, Elijah Pone with your first look at weather. Let's head outside. As you can see, we got mostly sunny, 75 degrees out there. South-southwest wind going about 9 miles per hour. The humidity is a little bit lower at 31%. But because the humidity is pretty low, we can feel the temperature out there. It feels like 80 degrees out there. 5 more degrees than it actually is. As we look through the algae index, we can see that the tree has lowered as much as it is going to be. It's going to be in that medium area. Grass and weed is right behind it, and the mold is going to be in the lower area as it's been the entire time. As we look ahead, we look at severe weather threats. We're going to have rain chances coming throughout the weekend, so that hail and that flooding chance are going to be a little bit enhanced, as well as that wind chance. The tornado chances aren't going to be too big. There's nothing that we need to worry about, but those rain chances are definitely something we need to watch as we keep going throughout the week. As you can see, we have our rain chances starting on Friday. We got it at 55%. As we keep going through Saturday, we're going to have those strong storms come in, another 55%. Our biggest chance is going to be on Sunday with a 91%. We're going to switch all the way down to Monday, where we're going to be down at 25%, and we're going to ramp back up on Tuesday to 55% again. As we look ahead, we're going to see that we have a rainy weekend ahead of us. We have our biggest rain chance on Sunday, where we have warm weekday conditions, so today and tomorrow. And as we keep going throughout the week till next week, we're going to see that we have high 70s for the rest of the week. And fun fact, this is the last show of the semester, and it's been a pleasure doing it with all of y'all. Right back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Elijah. It's been a pleasure. The announcement of a 2-week ceasefire in the war in Iran sent oil prices plummeting Wednesday. But experts say lower prices for everything from gasoline to airfares to produce won't come quickly for consumers. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with the details.
A 2-week ceasefire agreement made on the condition that Iran agreed to reopen the critical Strait of Hormuz was enough to push oil prices lower Wednesday.
What has been agreed to, what's been stated, is the strait is open. Our military is watching. I'm sure their military is watching, but commerce will flow.
But analysts say the fragile agreement doesn't guarantee oil tankers will be on the move quickly. In fact, Iran halted oil traffic in the Strait Wednesday after Israel attacked Hezbollah sites in Lebanon.
Market is still waiting to see how the vessels start to flow.
The effective closure of the crucial Strait of Hormuz rocked global oil supply, and analysts anticipate it could take months to fully restore the flow and production of oil derailed by the war.
It's going to be weeks and months to get the production back online. And given that about 3 million barrels a day of refining capacity has been damaged, that can take months to years to be repaired.
Lingering uncertainty pushed the average price of a gallon of regular gas to $4.16 Wednesday, according to AAA. And while retail gas prices are expected to start falling in the coming days if all holds, price tracker Gas Buddy estimates it'll still take 1 to 2 weeks for the average to get back below $4, leaving the squeeze on drivers, but also businesses who have started to pass those higher costs along to already weary consumers with new fees for things like shipping and logistics. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
An AI ethics class is coming to UCO in the fall. We talked to Dr. Vanessa Bentley, who's teaching the class, to hear what she had to say.
AI has come onto the scene and made a lot of changes quickly, and it is affecting so much of our world that we're going to be exploring what AI is. Not all AIs are the same, so there's very different types of AI. What is AI versus machine learning? What are agents? And exploring how the AIs are created and trained, as well as how they're being used in individual ways, in industry, in people's job performances, how people are using it in their personal lives, as well as larger societal concerns with how it's affecting us as a society, how we're changing as a result of them.
The course will be about how people are constantly using AI in their work and personal lives and how that is affecting society as a whole. It's for the understanding of what AI is and how it was created. Environmental concerns will be looked at, as well as future careers and how to be more creative instead of using AI through guided readings and individual projects. The course will also teach students how to use AI effectively. Well, it's a beautiful day out today as far as temperature, but that wind could basically take you right across the parking lot.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure I saw one person get blown over.
At least one, without a doubt. Elijah will have your full look at weather coming up next.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
It's the Roadway Replay.
Time for the lightning round, Brian. Let's rewind your drive to work. How far did your car travel while you checked your phone? 20 feet? 100 feet? The length of a football field?
100 feet.
Oh, sorry, Brian. In just 3 seconds on the highway, your car traveled the length of a football field.
Distracted driving? It's no game.
Hi there, Elijah Opponent with your full look of weather. Let's head outside. As you can see, we're out there 75 degrees out there. It feels like 80 degrees just because of that humidity. It's a little bit lower than usual, 31%. We got a south-southwest wind going around 9 miles per hour. And let's look at the entire state. As you can see, we have a high of 75 degrees out there. As we look through the entire state as well, we can see that up there in Guyman, we are up there in 85. We have 80 at Woodward. As we look at the northern part, we see that Ponca City is at 77. Ardmore is at 77 as well. We got Lawton at 80. Altus at 80 as well. But as we look through tonight, we see that we settle around 57 degrees out there. Mostly cloudy, 57 degrees. We got south winds going 10 miles per hour. The wind gusts going 25 miles per hour. Nothing too crazy to get a weather warning, but still crazy winds in general. We got cloud coverage around 76%. If we look through the entire state, we can see that up there in Woodward, we're 54. Up there in Guyman with 51. We see that we're around in the low 50s throughout the entire state, the southern part of the states as well. We look through tomorrow. We see that we start the day around cloudy, 57 degrees. As we keep going, we get to a sunny 72 degrees. And then as we keep going throughout the day until end of the day, we're going to be at a clear 76 degrees. Let's look through the entire state again. We see that we're up there 88 degrees in Guyman, Woodward 86, Eden 83. We're going to have high 80s throughout the entire state. As we look through the 7-day forecast, you can see that we start up here 77 degrees. As we keep going, the temperatures stay high, 82, 82, 79, but those rain chances are coming in. On Friday, we have it at 55%, as well as Saturday at 55%. Like I said before, we have the high chance, a 91% chance of rain, dang near guaranteed on Sunday, and we have a dip down there on Monday, 25%, and then we're going to get right back into it on Tuesday at a 55%. Now, like I mentioned before to y'all there at the desk, this is going to be the last show, so I'm not going to see y'all during the summer. I have a quick question for y'all. What's the summer plans looking like?
For me, I have a few trips that I'm going to be going on. My first trip is actually starting tomorrow. I'll be going to New York City and then getting back Sunday. So it's definitely not fun that it's going to be raining when I get off my plane.
Won't be too bad. It's New York City. You'll have fun.
New York.
Yeah.
I'll be having fun.
Hopefully this summer I will be enjoying my new job as a sports center anchor at ESPN.
Oh,
woo, congrats.
Not going to happen, but a man can dream. A man can dream. Yeah, we'll manifest it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, coming up on social media, Jenna Bush Hager's Devil Wears Prada 2 cameo was revealed.
Euphoria Season 3 had its red carpet premiere. Hannah Ackerman will have your social media update after the break.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead.
Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way. being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the third largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hello Broncos, I'm Hannah Akama with your last social media update for this semester. Craig Melvin accidentally reveals major Jenna Bush Hager Hollywood news during Today's Show broadcast. Co-host Savannah Guthrie and AI Roker joked about the slip-up while Bush Hager appeared visibly shocked on air. The highly anticipated sequel starring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway is set to hit theaters on May 1st. By the way, you know how this movie is going to be good? Melvin asked. You know how I can tell? JBH is in it. The camera then cut to a shocked Bush Hager whose jaw was dropping at Melvin's impromptu announcement. Drew Barrymore gets emotional about body insecurities and shares why she limits her wardrobe after 2 kids. Drew Barrymore always is real. During Monday's episode of The Drew Barrymore Show, the host got emotional during a makeover segment. Speaking to women who recently had gone through body transformations, be it drastic weight loss or multiple pregnancies, Barrymore shared her own stories about body insecurities. She talked about how, because she had 2 C-sections, she can't wear a lot of pants. She openly shared this to make women dealing with the same thing feel like they are not alone. Olivia Rodrigo will drop her first single from her 3rd album, Drop Dead, on April 17th. The singer revealed that the news on her Instagram Tuesday alongside a photo of herself with the name of the single embroidered on her shirt. Last week, Rodrigo announced that her 3rd full-length album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, will be released on June 12th. She recorded the album alongside the same producer she worked with on her first 2 albums, Sour and Guts. Though little has been shared about the album itself, Rodrigo teased its themes last month, saying it's full of sad love songs. Euphoria Season 3 premiere red carpet photos include Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, Sydney Sweeney, and Hunter Schafer. Euphoria celebrated its Season 3 premiere at the TCL Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, where the stars of the HBO series were present. Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, Sydney Sweeney, Hunter Schafer, and more walked down the red carpet for the highly anticipated return of the series, which could also be its last. Euphoria Season 3 is set to premiere on April 12th on HBO and stream on HBO Max. Jason Kelce shares the name of he and his wife, Kylie, gave their new puppy after changing their minds 4 times. The puppy has been called Bernadette, Matilda, and 2 other names. Jason Kelce and his wife, Kylie, are struggling to settle on a name for their new puppy. The 38-year-old retired NFL star and his wife recently adopted the German Shepherd puppy from Pennsylvania SPCA. This morning on a new episode of the New Heights podcast, which he presents with his brother Travis Kelce, Jason gave an update on the newest member of their family who is now unnamed once again. I don't have a dog, but if I did, I already have so many names picked out. It would be really hard for me to choose. If you had a dog, what would you name it at the desk?
Well, that's very easy for me. I have 2 dogs, Bruno, Joey, love them. Shout out to them. They're mini schnauzers. They are spoiled, but they're loved. How about you, Phil?
I don't have any dogs at the moment. I do have 2 cats. If I did get a dog, I would name him Willie Joe for Joe Namath from the Jets.
Oh, yep. Joe Namath.
Because I'm a sad Jets
Classic
fan.
Joe Namath.
That's how it goes. Thanks, Hannah.
Very sad.
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder will fight to secure the #1 seed in the Western Conference tonight. Not so sad.
And what can you expect for the rest of April with Bronco Athletics? I will have all the information and your sports stories after the break.
Sometimes it makes everything funny. Sometimes it's nothing to laugh about. Weed. It's funny like that. And unlike alcohol, with marijuana, there's no legal limit. So even if you don't feel high, you could get a DUI. No matter how much weed you've had, don't get behind the wheel, because driving impaired is illegal. And that's no joke.
Hooves up, roll Chos. Today's a great day to cheer on the Broncos.
Welcome back to the Pain Train.
Okay, Sean, here's your final question. A train hitting your car is the same as your car hitting a boulder, a brick wall, or a soda pop can.
A brick wall?
At a whopping 20 million pounds, a train will crush your car like a pop can.
Beating a train? It's a game you can't win.
Hello, Bronco Nation, and for the last time in a while, let's get straight into today's sports stories. To kick off the last sports segment of the semester, let's look into the remainder of the UCO baseball season. The Broncos are currently 17-19 on the season with an MIAA series this weekend against the Newman Jets. The games will be tomorrow at 2 p.m., Friday at 2 p.m., and Saturday at 12 p.m. The games will be here and live from Wendell Simmons Field. After the weekend, the Chos will have 11 more MIAA games before the MIAA postseason tournament May 6th through May 9th, which will be held here in Edmond at Wendell Simmons Field. Staying with the Diamonds, let's check in with the UCO softball team. The 32-9 UCO Broncos are hosting the Emporia State Hornets in a 2-game MIAA series Friday at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. The Chos will have 11 more games this regular season after Friday. Central will be preparing for the MIAA softball championships, which are May 6th through May 10th. The championships are being held in Emporia, Kansas this year. Now let's speed run the rest of UCO athletics in April. The men's and women's golf teams are preparing for the individual MIAA championships, which will be the 13th through 15th for the men's teams and 20th through 22nd for the women's teams. Women's tennis has 6 more matches scheduled for April, with 2 of them being this Saturday and Sunday against the ranked Missouri Western and Northwest Missouri. Their MIAA postseason tournament is May 1st through 3rd in Springfield, Missouri. Women's track and field have 2 more invitationals this Friday at OU and the 17th in Denton, Texas. The MIAA Outdoor Championships will be May 1st through 3rd in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Finally, the Spring Central Oklahoma football game against Southern Nazarene will be next Saturday, April 18th, with kickoff set for 6 p.m. Over to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have 3 more games in the regular season, with the first of those 3 being tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers. The game tonight is one of the biggest of the season for the Thunder, as if they win, they will officially clinch the #1 seed in the Western Conference. The Clippers, who are currently in the 8th seed and have clinched a play-in spot, will be without Bradley Beal and Yannick Niederhauser. After tonight, the Thunder will travel to Denver Friday to battle Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, with the game set for 8 p.m. and the final regular season game will be set Sunday at 7:30 p.m. against the Phoenix Suns, with the Thunder returning to Loud City to close out the regular season. Now, Phil, I need to know, what do you think is going to happen in these next 3 Thunder games?
Well, I think we're probably going to lose at least one of them, and I think that the Spurs might jump us for the #1 seed. And I think even if they don't jump us for the #1 seed, I think they'll beat us in the playoffs. I'm a bad Thunder fan.
I think you're full of it.
I might be. My fiance says the same thing all the time.
I absolutely think they are winning tonight. I think the #1 seed is officially OKC's after tonight. Maybe Nuggets. I might see potentially sitting out somebody. You don't want to injure people in the final 2 games, but I definitely think we're probably going to win at least 2 of these upcoming 3 games.
Yeah, and is that all we need for the 1 seed?
We only need to win tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's probably going to happen unless Kawhi has a career night.
I doubt it.
Anyways, coming up, start counting pennies because you could own a piece of the Eiffel Tower.
And Elijah DePona will have our last look at weather after the break.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move to meet our students where they are and get them where they want to go. Over time, thousands of students have made the move to UCO. They come to pursue their passions and find their calling to improve their lives, families, and communities. UCO moves and motivates students in and out of the classroom. Here, potential takes flight. Our students' curiosity ignites a spark that fuels transformation. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the university that hasn't stopped moving since 1890. In fact, we are gaining momentum.
This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Well, now this is cool. A piece of the Eiffel Tower could be yours. Part of its original staircase is going up for auction next month. It's the section that connected the second and third floors when the tower opened in 1889. The piece measures about 9 feet high and 6 in diameter. Art Curial's Art Deco department in Paris is auctioning it off. Its website estimates the staircase section will fetch up to $175,000. The Eiffel Tower underwent an overhaul in 1983 that involved the removal of some of those stairs. And now real quick with our last look at weather, here's Elijah.
Hi there, Elijah DePono with your last look at weather. Let's head outside. Let's head to tomorrow. As we start out tomorrow, we're going to see we're at a cloudy 57 degrees. As we keep moving throughout the day, we're going to get to a sunny 72 degrees outside. Right, and as we get to the later part of the day, we're going to get to 76 degrees. So a little bit higher, but nothing too crazy than what it was before. As we look through the 7-day forecast, we can see that we start the day, all right, today very sunny, 77 degrees. As we keep moving throughout the week, we got warmer temperatures all the way till Friday, where we reach a high of 82, but Friday also brings those rain chances. As you can see, we start those rain chances up on Friday on 55%, and as we keep going to Saturday, we're going to get to that 55, and Sunday is going to be our highest rain chance, 91. We're going to dip down on Monday with 25, and back at it on Tuesday with 55% chances of rain. So we're going to have rain throughout our weekend and heading into next week as well. But that's all I'm going to have for your last look at weather. Right back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Elijah. An Iowa teenager stands better than nearly 38 million people when it concerns men's college basketball prognostication. 13-year-old Liam Marcoute just wanted to make sure he topped his brother when he filled out his March Madness bracket. Turns out he's done that and much more. He holds the second best bracket among those millions who submitted their entry into the official bracket game of the NCAA March Madness. Liam got 14 of the 16 Sweet 16 teams right and 7 of the Elite 8. He correctly predicted the entire Final Four and got Monday night's championship matchup correct where Michigan faced UConn. He predicted Michigan will win it all 76-72. He did get that right. The winner of the bracket challenge gets a 4-night trip to next year's men's March Madness Final Four. Absolutely crazy. He did get that, at least the winner right. Obviously, the score is a lot harder to predict. But it is our last show of the semester. And Phil?
Last one for me. And my March Madness bracket definitely did not look that good, I'll tell you all that much. But it's been a pleasure. Cut my teeth. Love you guys. Hate to leave, but that's how it is. So for UCentral News, one last time, I'm Phil Rodriguez.
And I'm Luke Underwood. Well, thank you for watching.